free-spirited, outgoing, boisterous, open-hearted. This is who I was before my life changed and my world was flipped upside down. Growing up in the small town of Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, I thought my family was all that mattered or even existed in the world. My extensive Italian family filled with aunts, uncles, cousins, and of course, the most caring grandparents made my life full of love, full of laughter, full of the quintessential Italian foods like spaghetti, meatballs, sausages, and more. I thought that life could not get any better. Being the exuberant child I was, I made friends easily and was always willing to sing or dance for a crowd. I will never forget the fearlessness I felt as I gave a speech to a crowd of 200 people at my grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary party. The world was my stage, and I was always ready to perform. In the midst of my happiness, my parents asked me to come and talk to them. They said, "Allison, we have some exciting news. Dad is getting a new job and we are moving to Minneapolis. They have a huge mall and rides there." "Really?" I asked. The next thing I knew, we were in the car on a 6-hour ride to this magical place called Minneapolis. The weekend had me hooked. Not only did this magical city have an amazing mall with rides and prizes, there was even a restaurant that looked and sounded like a jungle. After, we toured our new house and I got to choose the room I wanted before my sister. In my mind, how could moving to Minneapolis not be incredible? A few months later, we packed up our house and trekked our way across the American border. We said goodbye to our family, friends, and everything familiar. While the future was uncertain, my spunky 9-year-old personality seemed up for the challenge. I began as a 4th grader at a new school, with new teachers, new friends, and a whole new beginning. My peppy spirit felt excited to meet these new people and create a second family. These high hopes were quickly shut down. Students viewed me as an outcast and an alien. Being so young, it was confusing because I wanted to embrace this new life. I wanted these people to become my friends, but instead, they acted as villains, bullies, and strangers. At first, I stayed strong and pushed through the name-calling, isolation, and loneliness. I thought to myself, maybe this will just take time. They've known each other for a long time and I haven't. Unfortunately, it progressively got worse. I don't know what was more dehumanizing. Sharp pins hiding in my locker handle when I went to open it, or a table of boys laughing and making fun of my appearance at lunch. These events slowly started to dull my sparkle, and this protective shell started to grow around me. I couldn't understand what about me was so different. I was a brown-haired, brown-eyed white girl in a suburban school. My voice didn't carry an accent, but I might have pronounced a few words differently, like Chesterfield instead of couch, and housecoat instead of robe. Was that enough to consider me an outcast? Enough to make me seem unhuman and unworthy of being a friend? As time progressed, the novelty luckily wore off, and students found something better to talk about. Unfortunately, for me, it was too late. Too late to build up my confidence. Too late to let people in and share about myself. Too late to approach situations openly and freely. My outgoing personality turned into a shy, self-conscious, and guarded one. As I look back, I am thankful for all of the opportunities that the move has given me, but I still struggle to bring back my carefree and sociable personality. It takes time to trust and let people in for fear that I will get hurt or embarrassed. My past is my past and I wouldn't change it for the world, but I can't help but wonder what I would have been like as a person if I had never moved to this magical place called Minneapolis.